We're supposed to be a MAGA conservative state. And did you know that we have rogue sheriffs here in South Carolina who are ignoring state law and federal law? Pay very close attention to the protesters as you leave today, because you're going to see on their boards outside singing praise for Sanctuary Sheriff Kristen Graziano. She refused to work with ICE. She refused to detain illegal aliens, even though we get paid as a state for the beds that they occupy when they are detained. And she let out rapists, she let out murderers, and she let out pedophiles. And do you know who stopped her in November of last year? I did. You deserve someone who's going to work 24/7. I don't sleep. I went to bed at 1 and I was up at 4. Okay, I am Trump in high heels. I love what I am doing. I'm following his lead because he set a good example. Sleeping better at night knowing that Donald Trump is in the White House. And do you know who carried Donald Trump to the White House? South Carolina, because we're first in the South. And Horry County, you guys and gals literally bleed red, white, and blue. Like it is MAGA blood. You guys love Donald Trump. Thank you for delivering Donald Trump. South Carolina, Horry County. Thank you. I mean, they went after President Trump. They indicted him. They raided his home. They impeached him. And they even shot him. But you know who carried Donald Trump in those tough days? It was God. God carried Donald Trump. Just like God is going to carry the United States of America with Donald Trump as president, they are going to save our nation. And we did that. We did that right here in South Carolina. Now, the establishment, they're coming after me just as hard as they're coming after Donald Trump. And if they can't find it, I'm going to tell you, they're going to make it up. And I thank God every day. I got saved about 6 years ago. All of my stuff's out there. I mean, you can find it on the internet. It is there. Sometimes it was me. Sometimes that was an AI. Only about half of it's true. But that being said, they're coming after me so hard because they are so scared that South Carolina will install an America First governor who will implement Donald Trump's agenda on day one, because Donald Trump's agenda is law and order. And there's no one better than the PD in Horry County and every county across South Carolina that knows that law and order is missing in our state. You know who's going to bring law and order to South Carolina? I for damn sure am bringing law and order to South Carolina. And just like Donald Trump, who started deporting millions of illegals on day one, we have a lot up here in Horry County. Y'all see him getting dropped off. You see him at the Home Depot on the corner. That is happening here in Myrtle Beach, and we all see it with our own eyes. That is a fact. But in South Carolina, we are a Republican state. We are a red state. We're supposed to be a MAGA conservative state. And did you know that we have rogue sheriffs here in South Carolina who are sanctuary sheriffs, who are ignoring state law and federal law? And wouldn't you know, over the last 4 years, we had a sanctuary sheriff, Kristen Graziano. And I would say, pay very close attention to the protesters as you leave today, because you're going to see on their boards outside singing praise for Sanctuary Sheriff Kristen Graziano out of Charleston County, who for 4 years, said she would not work with ICE. She refused to work with ICE. She refused to detain illegal aliens, even though we get paid as a state for the beds that they occupy when they are detained. And she let out rapists, she let out murderers, and she let out pedophiles who are here illegally in our state, she let them walk free in South Carolina. They could leave Charleston and come right up in their car to Myrtle Beach or Greenville or Spartanburg, Columbia, anywhere in the state, anywhere in the country. She did that. And do you know who stopped her in November of last year? I did. I was the only person. Not a single statewide leader in South Carolina said a damn thing about Sanctuary Sheriff Kristen Graziano, but I did. And I got her unelected in a blue county that Kamala Harris won by 11 points. We got a Republican conservative sheriff in Charleston County, South Carolina by 1 point. And on day one, he worked with ICE. We did that. South Carolina did that. MAGA did that. And just like I stopped a sanctuary sheriff in South Carolina, you know who else I stopped? I stopped George Stephanopoulos on ABC News. Did you see that? Crazy. Crazy George Stephanopoulos. He tried to say the president was a rapist, and he's not. He's never been convicted of rape. And I, as a rape survivor, went to bat for the president over and over and over again because I know, just like we have in Horry County, we got real men in Horry County. Got real men, and y'all are packing heat, and we appreciate it, but real men protect women. And Donald Trump has protected women from day one. Day one. And so in that interview that I did in New York with George Stephanopoulos, I don't mind doing it. I'll go into the Lion's Den. Bill Maher just called me the other day, asked us to come on the show, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to go into every Lion's Den because we need people to hear the MAGA message, the independent voice that Donald Trump is, and he's going to save our country. But in that $15 million interview, I call it, because George Stephanopoulos learned a $15 million lesson. Trump won that defamation suit, right? And then how Nancy Mace will not back down, and Nancy Mace will hold the line. I don't want a commission, okay? That would be really nice if I could get a commission off that $15 million. Imagine how many bridges we could build with that. But I haven't told the president this, but my one ask, I just want one ask, because the $15 million is supposed to be used to build his presidential library. I just want my name over a women's bathroom. I just give me a plaque. Just give me a plaque with my name on it and say, only women here. That's what we're going to do. But just like I stopped the sanctuary sheriff in South Carolina, I stopped George Stephanopoulos. I stopped the Secret Service director after Donald Trump was shot. Y'all saw her come before the Oversight Committee last year, weeks after he was shot, lying to the American people, obstructing justice for the president. And we had some people that filed a resolution, hey, let's impeach her. Oh, that's nice. But it didn't matter because it didn't force a vote on the floor of the U.S. House of Representatives. So I saw that and I chuckled. I was like, that's great. But you know what we're going to do? We're going to force a vote in the U.S. House of Representatives to impeach the director of the Secret Service after Donald J. Trump was shot. Who filed that privileged resolution? I did. I did. And did you know 12 hours later, Kim Cheadle resigned as the director of the Secret Service? So, I mean, I'm just saying I've done a lot for the president, and if you talk to him, I would really like his support for governor, because Ori's leading the way, and it's incredible here. Like, I feel so refreshed. You are God-fearing. You love the president. You have been there with the president through thick and thin, and you're going to carry South Carolina for this governor's race. I cannot do it alone. I can't do it alone. I've got to do it with God's grace, and I've got to do it with every single voter in Horry County who is ready for the truth, who is never going to back down, and who is going to hold the line for every hardworking South Carolinian. It happens right here. You were my first town hall on the road to governor of South Carolina, right here in Horry County. I have been in a tough spot. I have been broke. I have dropped out of school. I have questioned whether or not I would make it. I have been part of a broken justice system because of what happened to me 2 years ago. as a member of Congress, what happened to me 2 years ago could happen to me, then what the heck are they doing to everybody else who doesn't have a seat in Congress? And I want to take what's broken in South Carolina, and I want to burn it down to the ground and build it right back up, right where it needs to be, because you've earned it. You deserve it. And you deserve someone who's going to work 24/7. I don't sleep. I went to bed at 1 and I was up at 4. Okay, I am Trump in high heels. I love what I am doing. I mean, he doesn't sleep. I don't do the McDonald's fried fish. I can't. He's way healthier than I am. But I'm following his lead because he set a good example. And no one will work harder for South Carolina than I will. So thank you for being here. God bless you.